Hello friends, welcome to Learn English with Carol. Our today's topic is speaking. Whenever we meet someone, we start with greeting, the other person, and then it leads to endless conversation. Then, when it comes to a new language, why do we struggle? Definitely because we are not familiar with words. But do understand that English has become an integral part of our lives. So we need to actually overcome this fear and start being proficient and fluent in English. So how are you going to do that? Is by the practical tips that I'm going to share with you so that you can improve your speaking skills. The first thing that you need to do is start trying to speak all the activities that you do in English and say it aloud. It could be I get up from the bed, I open the door, I meet someone. I said hello. Simple sentences. Start saying it aloud so that you understand and you affirm that the sentences are correct. The next thing that you will do with time is start trying to record whatever you say. Or maybe start speaking for a minute. Initially start speaking. You should actually not worry about the words, the grammar. Just go with the flow. Take any topic of your choice and then speak on it. Try to see if you're able to speak on that content. At times, go in front of the mirror and see how you're speaking, because even the body language matters. So if confidence is reflected by the way you're speaking, people also will consider that you're good at English. But if you are struggling, if you're nervous and your body language shows that, then people will consider that you're not good at English, even if your sentences are correct. That's strange, right? So make sure that your body language speaks. It's powerful enough when you're speaking. The next thing that you need to do is record. Record your voice. Try to see if you're able to speak properly in English. What mistakes are you doing? And then start improvising it. That will help you to make sure that you are good in whatever you are speaking. And because you are aware, it will also give you a boost. And you will feel that yes, I need to probably work on this particular aspects. Overall, I'm actually good in conversation. Next, what you need to do is start joining any English speaking community. It could be online platforms, it could be some meetups. So wherever possible, start to surround yourself with people who know English. So this way you are going to have more communication in English. And that's why you'll definitely be better. The last but not the least is that whenever you are speaking, don't worry about grammar, intonations. Just go with the flow. The flow is important because whenever we speak with our heart. And the message needs to be delivered. If we have a lot of thoughts about whether the grammar is correct, whether I'm using the correct statement, all these doubts probably might create a blunder. So let your subconscious mind, speak for yourself. And our mind is so powerful enough that it does not make any mistakes. So this way, you will definitely be good in communication. Now, why are we saying that speaking will help you overcome all the doubts, fears that you have when it comes to speaking? Is because it will give you that practice. And consistency is always the key to be proficient in any language. It will help you by your memory retention. Now, when I say memory retention, you are able to recall the vocabulary. I've seen a lot of students who at the initial phase struggle because they know a lot of words, or they say that, oh, this word is so simple, but they are not able to use it when it comes to having a conversation because they are not able to recall it at the right time. So, until and unless you don't practice it quite often, it will not flow. The next thing that's important is it is going to help you strengthen your thinking power in English. Because we all are non native speakers, we tend to use or think in our non-native languages our native languages. So let's say when I am a Maharashtrian, whenever I want to talk about any subject, I might try to use or think in Marathi and then convert it into English. So this way what will happen is I might tend to make more mistakes. Why? Because it will take time, to think that particular context in Marathi, then convert it into English and then reply. So there will be a processing time that is required. And this will probably make mistakes. So you need to understand that you have to speak in English and it should be natural. And how will that happen? It's only through speaking in English. So the more often you speak, the more better you will actually strengthen your thinking power. So next time when you speak, you are definitely going to think in English as well as respond in English. So the processing time has been reduced and you're going to speak well. The next thing that you are going to actually focus on is when it comes to speaking, the grammar, the intonation, all will be automatic. Our brain power is so good that whatever we actually have read, listened, or whatever we have gone through, it probably has been stored. So whenever we are speaking, it is going to recall it and it will do it automatically. You don't need an extra strain for it. We stress out and then we tend to make mistakes. But if we are going with the flow and speaking by heart, we are definitely not going to make mistakes. So I urge most of the schools, colleges that they should start speaking in English, in the campus itself. Because definitely most of the students here in India don't have that facility of their parents been speaking back home. So if we actually have an environment wherein speaking in English is promoted, they can be better speakers. People or students can communicate way better in English if such an environment is created at schools and colleges. And as parents, if you all know English, I'm not saying every day, but maybe in a day for half an hour or two, try to have a conversation with your child. It could be reading out some storybooks for them or telling them some story and let your kids retell you that story in their own way. So this way they will also be able to recall all the words and try to tell you. So do tell me what is that speaking ritual that you are going to incorporate in your life and how will you improve your communication skills. Stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.